Om Shri Matre Namaha. Om Shri Bhagavate. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya Namaha. Apatala Nabhastalanta Bhuvana Brahmanda Vispurat Jyotis Patikalinga Mauli Vilasat Purnindu Vantamrutaihi Hastokaplutamekamesha Manisham Rudranuvakanchapan Dhyaye Deepsita Siddhaye Dhruvapadam Viprobhishinchet Shivam Brahmanda Vyapta Dehaha Bhasita Himarucha Bhasamana Bhujangaihi Kanthe Kala Kaparda Kalita Shashikalaha Chanda Kodanda Hastaha Traksha Rudraksha Mala Sulalita Vapusha Shambhava Murti Bhedaha Rudraha Sri Rudra Sukta Prakatita Vibhavaha Nah Prayachantu Saukhyam. Om Sri Matre Namaha. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Harihi Om, everybody. By God's grace, we are starting the new year with Rudram. And by Mother's grace and Lord Shiva's grace, even to listen this Rudram, we need his grace. And even to hear also, we need Lord Shiva's grace. Rudra means nothing but Lord Shiva. And Shiva means most auspicious, Sarva Mangala Swarupudu. Even his wife is also Sarva Mangala Devi. Both Mangala means auspiciousness. Put together is everything becomes auspicious. So we are starting new year with most auspiciousness. So everything will become good by Shiva's grace and Shiva's blessings. So today we are going to see the introduction, because glory, introduction means glory of Rudra. Then what happens is where it is, we want to know, right? And how we chant and what is the results. People want to know what do we get. All of us are interested in results. No doubt about it. Bhagavan also knows. That is why even everywhere they give phalam. If you read this, you get this. So that's what we will see. And then if we have time, we will see what is the meaning of Rudra. So many meanings are also given. So that's why this is the most beautiful one, really. When you hear also, it's most beautiful and auspicious to both. We hear this in temples or in individuals' houses when they do Abhishekam for Lord Shiva. Most of the time they do every month. That is called Masa Shivaratri on Chaturdashi day, on 14th day. So it happens with Namakam and Chamakam, or it is also called Rudram. And Mahashivaratri, it comes once a year. It almost coming in actually end of February or March. That is why we are getting ready to welcome Shiva Bhagavan into our lives. Basically, he is everywhere. He is always there. But we want to welcome with wholeheartedly, with happily. So how we welcome him? Chanting is the best, but unless we know the meaning, we cannot appreciate or enjoy thoroughly. That is why we are doing this meaning. Meaning means bhashyam. Bhashyam is elaboration. What is in it? So that is why we started. So at least we can be, we'll be somewhere when Mahashivaratri comes. And now this is, I'm not teaching the chanting here, because when you learn chanting, you need a guru. There is a lot of swara is there in a Rudram. That is called Budatta, Anudatta, Swarita. Some of them go up, some of them come down, and some of them just stays like that. That is what it is called. Swaram is there. It is not a tune. It's a swaram. It's very important to learn from Guru. And one more thing is, when we are, if I chant any anuvakas, I may not chant with the Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita, with the swaram, because this is pravachanam. Pravachanam means It is the lecture. And according to our Mahatmas, it is okay if we do not chant with a swaram when you give pravachanam. But when you do abhishekam, especially with a desire, you should chant with swaram. It's very important. The reason is in Bhagavatam it comes. See, what happens is Twashta Prajapati wanted a son to destroy Indra Bhagavan. What happened is he did not chant with the swaram. Then he got a son who got killed by Indra. So exactly wrong meaning will come. Because in Sanskritam, every meaning, every letter has a meaning. That is why this is very important to chant with swaram. That is why we need a guru to learn this. But I'm not chanting I'm not teaching you how to chant. I'm saying it again. I'm giving you the meaning. With the meaning only we can connect to Shiva Bhagavan or Rudra Bhagavan. Now here we hear the word Rudram. Rudram means Namakam and Chamakam. That is also people call Namakam and Chamakam is also Rudram. That is the one. Second one is Namakam Chamakam. And third one is Shatarudriyam. We don't hear that much, but Shatarudriyam means also the Rudram. And it is also called Rudropanishad. But that also we don't hear so much. Usually we hear Namakam and Chamakam and Rudram. And Ekadasha Rudram. That we will see elaborately later. All that. And now where it is. Rudram is directly coming from Vedas. Veda Shivaha Shivo Vedaha. Vedas are talking about Lord Shiva. See, all of them, all the knowledge comes from Veda. There is no doubt about it. I will give you an example. Let us say we did Devi Mahatmyam. Devi Mahatmyam came from Markandeya Puranam. And that Puranam also essence of Vedas. Veda Vyasa Maharshi has written them for our sake in a story format. So that is why it is from Puranam. But this Rudram is directly coming from Vedam. That is the beauty. That is why even wherever you look in any PDF or any books, it will be the same way. There won't be any changes. And that's the beauty of it. That is why even we don't need to even put the PDF format. If you keep the book or a paper or printout, you can just follow it. And another thing is there are two Dhyana shlokas. Most of them are not in the books or some of the PDFs, but there are two Dhyana shlokas. That also I will take up. That way it is very beautiful shlokas. That we will take up next week. That's what I chanted. Apatalana Bastalanta Bhuvana Brahmanda Mavispurat. That is the Dhyana shlokas. Two of them are there. So before I enter, I'm giving you the introduction. So now Vedas, we need to know what is Vedas. We hear this a lot. What is Veda? Veda means Apaurusheyam. Nobody has written them. They are all, that is why they are called Shruti. They heard. Who heard? Rishis have heard them. They are all mantras. In their meditation, in their purified intellect, Rishis went for tapo, in their tapo drushti, atindriya drushti. In their austerity, in their meditation, they heard these mantras. And then that's why they heard means they have seen them. And then they saw the devatas also. Depends on the mantra. And then they expressed for us, for all mankind. So that is why Vedas are Apaurusheyam. Nobody has written them. So then that is the first step we need to learn. And then we need to understand. And Veda Vakyas are also called mantras. Mananat Trayate iti mantraha. Whoever chant them, they will get protection from the Bhagavan. Now Rudra Bhagavan, this is from mantras about Rudra Bhagavan. Rudra means nothing but Shiva. Shiva will protect that devotee, whoever chants this Rudram, or whoever listens to this meaning, that is the assurance is given in Vedas. And then now most of us know Vedas are 4 types. One is Rigvedam, Yajurvedam, Samavedam, Atharvana Vedam. And Rigvedam has 21 branches. Shakha, they are called Veda Shakhas, 21 branches. Yajurvedam has 101 branches. Samavedam has 1,000 branches, most of them, lot of branches. Atharvana Vedam has 9 branches. And each Veda Shakha means each branch is again in 4 parts. Because I'm giving you, it might be a little bit technical, but it's good to know. It helps everywhere. Each Veda Shakha has 4 parts. One is Samhita, second one is Brahmanam, third one is Aranyakam, fourth one is Upanishad. First one is Samhita Bhagam is mantra portion. And then Brahmanam means using their mantras. Most of the people do the Yajna Yagadi Kratu. Means for example, depends on their desire. Like for Rama Bhagavan, like Ramayanam, it comes, did Putra Kameshti Yagam. Like that, they do the Dasharatha Maharaj did the Putra Kameshti Yagam. Like that, Samhita Bhagam is used. Mantra portion for Brahmanam, for Yajna Yagadi Kratu. Aranyakam is the in-between from Upanishad to Brahmanam. Means a little bit higher, they talk about little bit meaning. They are preparing the individual to Upanishads. Upanishad is also called Vedantam. Vedantam is nothing but self-knowledge. Each Veda has all these sections. Upanishad talks about who we are, reveals who we are. That is why this is Rudropanishad. Because when people use in Yajna Yagadi, that is where Rudra Yagam, Chandi Homam, Rudra Homam, Chandi Yagam, Rudra Yagam, we hear all these. That is why Rudram is used in both places. It gives us Chandi self-knowledge, plus it can be used in Homam also. And this is what Upanishads we talked about. And now you know what is Samhita, Mantram and Aranyakam, all this. And this is what 4 sections. And then Vedas also have Kanda Dvayam. Dvayam means 2 types. It is Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda. Karma Kanda talks elaborately about all Yajna Yagadi Kratus. This is 80% of Vedas are Karma Kanda alone. Because Bhagavan also knows we all have desires. We want something like a position, children, name and fame, or prosperity, or wealth, or long life. So that's why we do all this Kamya Karma. That's why Karma Kanda, 80% of mantras, Vedas are filled with Karma Kanda. Only about approximate, I'm saying, don't go to Vedas and just look for, is it 20%? Approximate. 20% is Jnana Kanda. With Karma Kanda, our individual mind gets purified. Slowly, 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 even with the desires, if we start, slowly, slowly, Bhagavan's responsibility for us to evolve. And then he will make us to do Nishkama Karma without desires. And then with that Nishkama Karma, our mind gets purified, and then in that purified mind, the Jnanam takes place. Usually we hear a lot of satsangs, no doubt. We are all satsang lovers. But it will not retain in our mind, our heart. We forget. As soon as we finish this session, we forget. It happens because our mind is not ready. At least we are coming to satsang, that is more than enough. And listening and staying for 1 hour. Slowly, slowly, it will starts to retain that information or that jnanam. So the Vedas are like supermarket. We go to supermarket, we get everything. Same way, everything is there in Vedas. And now the result is Ishta Prapti, Anishta Nivrutti. Ishta Prapti means whatever we desire, we want to get it. Whatever we do not want, it should go away in our life. Like any objects or situations, even people also. Whomever we like, we want to welcome them to our life or to our house, right? In the same way, Ishta Prapti, Anishta Nivrutti. And what are the methods to do this Rudram? One is Abhishekam, most famous. And Shiva is also Abhisheka Priyudu. Vishnumurti is Alankara Priyudu. That is why when you go to Vishnu Bhagavan's temple, beautiful decoration is there. Especially now Dhanurmasam is going on. Beautiful Vishnu Bhagavan we will see with a lot of flower garlands, Dhupa, Deepa, Naivedyas. Even Naivedyas are also very tasty and auspicious and most beautiful too. And Shiva Bhagavan is, even if you pour water, Ashutosha, he's so happy. And so that is where we feel, why should we get the discussions? Why should we pour milk? So many people are suffering in the world. That is Bhagavan's responsibility. When you pour with wholeheartedly that milk, you should see that most beautiful form. When you go to temple, you can just really see his form. Even if they do the Abhishekam for the form or formless lingam, when they pour with the Rudra Namakam, the chanting, the vibrations with that form, you cannot really get the blessings. You will get the blessings. Most beautiful and most auspicious. So that is why, how much we pour? At the most, maybe 1 gallon. So much we waste. But when we pour on Shiva Lingam, we question. For example, it may not be appropriate. People drink. They spend so much money. What happens? It goes in urine at the same moment. Not even worth for a body or health, and they're not getting any punyam, just only sin, and for spending money, and family is also suffering. But we do not question. Only when Abhishekam comes, we question. But this is most beautiful and most auspicious. So that is what Abhishekam. This is where Rudra Namakam is used. Rudram, Namakam and Chamakam. And Archana. And then Homam. We saw that elaborately in Rudra Yagam. And Japam. Lot of people chant every day. Just chanting itself gives the results. So this is the 4 places we do it. And this is for well-being of, for individual level, for family and the society. 3 levels. What is the benefit? Remover of afflictions, sorrows, and then all diseases, and Ativrushti, drought, Anavrushti, a lot of rains, lot of our snowstorms everywhere, are lot of calamities. Shatru Badha will be destroyed. Means Shatru means inner enemies. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madamatsarya. Desires, anger, lust, and arrogance, all that can be removed. And outer Bahya Shatru means whatever is not conducive for our sadhana, they will be removed. Slowly, slowly, everything will become conducive. Everything will become auspicious. Everything we will start seeing as Shiva, 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 Rudra, Rudra, Rudra. That's how the result of all this. That is why in Telugu we say, Shiva Agnya lenide Chimaina Kuttadu. Even ant will not bite without Shiva's order. So everything happens by Shiva's grace and Shiva's order. So then we want to know anybody attained. Where it is, we saw elaborately. It is coming from Vedas. And then anybody gained any results? Phalam. Yes. Vasu Manusudu means he is the one. Lot of people gained lot of Paramagati, means attained liberation. Chanting and understanding and doing the Rudra Yagam. And then they got the liberation. And even Smritis are also says beautifully. Actually, I like to chant small shlokas. Sanskritam is Deva Bhasha. Even listening, our mind gets purified. Abhimuktam mama kshetram, mannama paramam shubham, Shatarudriya japitvam tadha sannyasam uttamam. See, this is what is the, how we get liberation. The reason is whoever dies in Kashi Kshetram. Kashi means everybody knows. It is called Benaras or Varanasi, especially now reformed Kashi. We are getting WhatsApp messages. Everybody is seeing on YouTube, most beautiful Kashi. That is why it says Kashyant Maranan Muktihi. That is in earthly field, wherever we are living. Whoever dies in Kashi Kshetram, that is why people go there to see Shiva Bhagavan and they want to die. That's why they get liberation. And whoever do the japam of Rudram or Shatarudriyam, they will be liberated because they are chanting about Lord Shiva or listening to meaning. That is why it is so, even Smritis are promising us. So there is no doubt about it. They are promising. So that's why whenever Kashi people die, everybody leaves the body right there, family, near and dear ones, except Shiva Bhagavan stays there and removes all the knot of the hearts of that individual, takes to him to his abode, that is Kailasam, and make himself as himself and removes all the sins from his from his life, that individual's life. That is what this Rudram, Shiva Bhagavan does. And then Kaivalya Upanishad says, Shatarudriya Madhite Agniputo Bhavati. If Shatar is chanted, Shatarudriyam is chanted, they will become purified. All the sins will be removed. The chanting of this. And with this, Skanda Puranam says beautiful story, Brahmottara Khandam and Skanda Puranam. What happened is, we all know Yama Bhagavan, death of the Lord. And then he takes care of hell and heaven, Swargam and Narakam, both departments he takes care of it. Whoever does the Punya Karma, they go to Swargam, we all know that. Whoever does Papa Karma, they go to hell. We all know that. And then what happened is, one time he was going through the departments and then whole Narakam, the hell is empty. Then he was wondering what is happening. Then he called all the agents, his servants. What is happening? Why the Swargam is filled with people, Narakam is empty? Usually people do a lot of sins, but they should come to the hell. What happened? And then agents got, agents means Yamaduta. They all got, they said, we are doing our duty the best. We are not lazy persons. We are all doing our best. But what is happening is, everybody is chanting Rudram in earth. So that is why they are all become purified. They are attaining Punyam. That is why they are coming to Swargam. That's why your hell department is empty. That is why beautiful shloka is given. Tato bhuta preta pishacha baddha brahma rakshasa yaksha yamaduta shakini dhakini sarva shwapada taskara jvara jupadravat. Wherever this Rudrajhanam means Namakam Chamakam or Shatarudriyam or Rudram is chanted, or wherever that Shiva Archana is going on, all these will not be able to enter. All negative forces. List is given. Any negativity is negativity. Bhuta, Preta, Pishacha, Brahma Rakshasa, all of them, they cannot enter. Why? That individual, that a devotee will looks like a fire, because that Shiva Bhagavan is protecting him. That is what Yamadutas will see them as a fire, that individual. They won't see him or her as individual. That is why they cannot touch. That's what Yamadutas are saying to Yama Bhagavan. Then he said, I want some resolution here. Then he went to Brahmaji. Brahmaji said, okay, I will give you the solution. What I will do is, I will create avidya, means ignorance. And that ignorance will have two daughters. They are called Ashraddha and Durmedha. I'm going to send those 2 daughters to earth. Ashraddha means not having faith. Durmedha means all having. Why should I do it? What, where, how, what do I gain? Those Durmedha. That's what he said. I will put these 2. Then people will question, people will lose the faith. Then your, the hell will get filled. Shraddha means what? Astikya buddhi, that Rudra Bhagavan is there to take care of me. I believe in Shastras and Guru, and then I follow them. That is called Astikya buddhi. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. Whoever has faith, Shraddha, they will attain jnanam. Sri Krishna's promise in Bhagavad Gita. Samshayatma vinasyati. Whoever has a doubt, they will perish. That's what happens. Ashraddha and Durmedha. We saw the Sumedha in Devi Mahatmyam. Sumedha is, that's what we need, not Durmedha. But for us, we do not need to worry because we are not Ashraddha. I need not enter into our minds because we are all listening to this Rudram. Shiva Bhagavan is taking care of us. So that is what this story, even though it is a story, there is a big message, most beautiful one. So that's what, even whoever is chanted in that village or in that town, Rudradhyayi vaset, yatra grameva nagare piva, natatra kshut pipasadya durbhiksham vyadhi yopicha. I mean, whoever chants in the house or in the city or in the community, this Rudram, what happens? Everybody will be safe. Everybody will get positive thoughts. Everything becomes positive. That's why, and it's most beautiful one, really. Even listening, we may not be able to chant. Even listening has that vibrations. You can see that when you go to the temples, when they do Rudrabhishekam. So this is what the phalam. And then phalam, the result is instantaneous. Whoever chants this Rudram, immediately, there is no delay. Their mind gets purified. And then all devatas will be happy. And then whole universe will be happy. If everything is happy, we are happy also, right? When our surroundings are happy, we are happy. If everything is not conducive, everybody is sorrow, we cannot be happy because everybody is prosperous. Only we can appreciate and enjoy. Everybody is happy only, we can appreciate and enjoy and be happy. And all 4 ashramites can chant this. Means brahmachari, means whoever is learning the Shastras. Brahmachari means one common understanding is whoever is not married. But that is the common understanding. But brahmachari means whoever is interested in Shastras. Brahman means the Parabrahma, Paramatma Tattvam. That is one. And Gruhastu means whoever is married. And then Sannyasi, whoever is renunciate. And then Vanaprastha means whoever is leaving all the responsibilities. All 4 ashramites can chant this Rudram. Some places sannyasas have like restrictions. They cannot start the Agnihotram or some restrictions are there. But this Rudram, everybody can chant. That is the beauty of it. And then where it is, we saw it in Rudram and another places also we should know. Because this is the glory we are seeing today. When we hear the Prashasti glory, then we become more interested and we develop faith. In Mahabharatam, 2 places it comes. One is in Anushasanika Parvam. Dharmaraja himself as Sri Krishna Bhagavan. He says, you did Shivarchana and you heard a lot about the Shiva Bhagavan from Durvasa Maharshi and Upamanyu Maharshi. And then that Shiva Bhagavan's glory, can you teach me? I want to know. And then Sri Krishna Bhagavan teaches to Dharmaraja. it comes in Mahabharatam. And then Sri Krishna also worshipped Shiva Bhagavan. Even Rama Bhagavan also worshipped Shiva Bhagavan. We see that in Ramayanam, before he is going to war with Ravana, in Rameshwaram, he made the Saikata Lingam. Means with the clay, he made the lingam and then worshipped Shiva Bhagavan. Even we say in Rameshwaram, people also say that it is the south tip of the our India picture. In southern part, Rameshwaram means that is very auspicious place too, Punya Kshetram. And again, in Mahabharatam, second one I'm saying, Mahabharatam, Drona Parvam, Arjuna himself as Vyasa Bhagavan, he says, can you please teach me Shatarudriyam, means teach the Rudram and Namakam. And Arjuna also himself worshipped Shiva Bhagavan and attained Pashupatastram, because it is given by Pashupati, means nothing but Lord Shiva. That is why it is called Pashupatastram. He used in Kurukshetra Sangramam, in that war, in that fight. He used it, Arjuna. So this is about Mahabharatam. We came in. Then now Rudram, we said Namakam and Chamakam. Namakam means Namaha, Namaha. It comes Namaha, Namaha to Rudra Bhagavan. And 11 Anuvakas are there. Anuvakas means, for your sake, I'm saying like sections. Usually Sanskritam word is Anuvakam. 11 Anuvakas are there. That is why Ekadasha Rudrabhishekam it is called. Ekadasha means 11 Anuvakas. Ekadasha means 10 plus 1. Ekadasha. That is why we celebrate Ekadashi. We do Upavasam. Ekadasha Rudrabhishekam. We hear that word. Namaha, Namaha, Rudra to Rudra, Namaha, Namaha. Salutations to Rudra. We will see all this. Some of them, each Anuvaka has, some of them 11 Anuvakas. That is the first point. Each Anuvaka has, some of them have 12 mantras, or 15 mantras, or 17 mantras, or 19 mantras. Depends on that Anuvakam, that section. And then Namaha comes 183 times. So you don't need to sit down and do it, but this is all is given by Bhashyakaras, Pravachanakartas, 183 times. Namaha, Namaha to Rudra Bhagavan. And then 11 Anuvakas are for Chame, Chame, Sham, Chame, Priyam, Chame. That word you hear, Chame, Chame, Chame. Cha means end. English word end. May means to me. First one is the main one. Means we are praising Lord Shiva. Then all are human beings, Bhagavan knows. Then we are asking Shiva Bhagavan, oh Shiva Bhagavan, now you are pleased, please bestow me, or please shower your grace on me. With big list is given by the devotee. That is 350 desires. That is why we don't need to ask any more desires. Every desire is mentioned there. We will see all that. That comes later. That is also 11 Anuvakas. First, Namakam is most important. That is why first Rudrabhishekam is done 11 times Namakam and 1 time Chamakam. And then 1 time 11 times Namakam and second Anuvakam of Chamakam. See, that is the beauty of this section. And third time 11 times Namakam and third Anuvakam of Chamakam. That is how they do it. You know, and then so many sections are there. You know, Ekadash Rudrabhishekam, and a whole day they do Rudrabhishekam, Laghu Rudrabhishekam. So many methods are there. So that, and then this is what 11 Namakam and 11 Chamakam. All of them we are going to see. Most important is Namakam. Namaha, Namaha, Namaha comes. And then Yajurvedam. This is in Yajurvedam. We saw Ruk, Yaju, Sama, Adharvana Vedam. This comes in Yajurvedam. Taittiriya Samhita, Chaturtha Kandam. And then Namakam is in Panchama Prapatam. Again, there are sections. That's sections are also given. Chamakam is in Saptama Prapathakam. Saptama means 7th Prapathakam, 7th section. Panchamam means 5th section. So this is what it is, Rudram means. And then another section is Mahanyasam is also, we hear that word. Prakriya, process is also given. Mahanyasam. Nyasam means to keep that energy, to keep that energy, mantra shakti in us. That is what happens when we hear Rudram or when we chant that Rudram, because everything is a mantram. And then when we do Rudrabhishekam, we are keeping that energy in us, holding on to that energy. Nyasam it is called. Niluputa or Vunchuta. Everywhere, all over the body. That is why Narudro Rudra Marchayed. First, we need to become Rudra, means invoking that Rudra Bhavana. Bhavana means that mentally we need to connect. That is why we should not have Bhava Daridram. Mental Daridram we should not have. Physical, outside Daridram is okay. We will not have money, or that is okay. We can earn and acquire. But this Bhava Daridram means not appreciating any art or music, not saying, aha, wow, most beautiful, excellent. That is called Bhava Daridram. With that Bhavani Bhavana Gamya, we see in Lalita Sahasranamam. With that Bhavana only we attain Bhagavan. That Bhavana means nothing but Bhakti. With that Bhakti, love for Bhagavan. That's what it is. We need to become a Rudra, means Shiva. Then we see everything Shiva, means we see everywhere Shiva. Auspicious, auspicious, auspicious. Everything is Shubham, Shubham, Shubham. Everything positive, positive, positive. Don't think we will not get it. Yes, we do get the circumstances. We do see people, but our mind will not react because we are seeing everything as Shiva or Rudra, because everything is Shiva around us. And then we see Shiva is with us. Shiva Bhagavan means Amma is also there. So then Shiva, we see with us, he's traveling with us, he's guiding us, he's with us, that conviction comes. And then we see that is Shiva inside us, he's always there. But we get the connection, we develop the connection in our heart, and we see the happiness. And then final step is we become Shiva. This is called Aham Grahopasana, Abheda Upasana. There is no difference between Shiva and me. We become Shiva. We become auspicious. We emanate happiness. That's why people love to see us. People love to listen to us, and everything become auspicious. Even with ourselves, forget about people. We feel with our own company, we enjoy. For our happiness, we do not depend on world, because situations will never be the same. We cannot depend on situations or people. Our happiness, like in our, when Andhra people make pickles, we say Vuta Vurinettu Vorali. That rasam has to come within us. It should not be dry-hearted. Dryness should not be there. The rasam, the juice has to flow. That juice is nothing but happiness. That's what we enjoy, our own company. We love to stay with ourselves. It's not loneliness. Loneliness is depression. This is called solitude. This is ekam. We are enjoying our own company. That is what Shiva, Bhagavan does. That is what Rudram does to us. And then again, our body is made of mamsamayam. Mamsa means blood, flesh, fat, and bones, bone marrow, all that. Then it becomes mantramayam. Everything will become mantram, emanates mantram. That positive energy comes every pore of our cell. There are people in Maharajas, they said, how can we, there is an elaborate story, but I'm not going into that elaboration. And then the Yama Bhagavan says, the Yamaduta says, we cannot, I think Ekanada Dhyaneshwar Maharaj or Ekanada Maharaj, great devotee, he is always chanting Vittal, 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 Vittal. Every cell of his body is emanating Vittal. And then in the so many bones are there, so many things are there. Yamaduta says, how can we recognize that is that Maharaj? Then Yamabhagavan says, he is always chanting Vittal, Vittal, Vittal. If you keep that bone near your ear, you hear only Vittal. So that is what this Rudra Bhagavan, our Mamsamaya Shariram becomes Mantramayam. And then that Jiva Bhava means that individuality disappears. Rudra is everywhere. That's what we are going to see now. 183 are mentioned. Everything is nothing but Rudra. Who am I? In that Vishwarupam, this is nothing but Vibhuti Yogam and Vishwarupa Santarshana Yogam. Both of them we are going to see. Bhagavad Gita's 10th chapter and 11th chapter. Both of them are going to be covered as Rudra Bhagavan. And that's the beauty of this. Even Rakaram is representation of Agni Bijam. Dra, Rudra, right? Dra means Dravati, Dravayatiti. Means it melts away our hearts. Soma means fire. Knowledge, everything we need to have fire. Even body needs fire too. That is why we put the thermometer. Fire, knowledge, thirst for knowledge, thirst to learn. Everything we want, we need to learn. That is the fire. Rudra means then we should not become arrogant. Then the melts away, calms, humility he gives. That is what Rudram. Rudra Bhagavan does all that. Even the letters itself says. So this is the introduction. And now we need to see what is the Rudra. So many meanings are there. We will see little by little one of them. Meaning the Niruktam. Niruktam means nothing but dictionary. That is called Niruktam. This is Veda Bhasha. Because we need to understand the meaning. Then only we can develop the connection. Artham is important. Then only we can do japam and it makes sense to us. And then we can do vicharana. Vicharana means pronunciation. And then vicharana, then we can do the analysis. And then smarana, third step. Then we can remember. In our mind, we can do the smarana, meditate. That we saw in Devi Bhagavatam also. How long should we do this smaranam? That question again. Smarana, what are the letters? Sa, marana. Means take out that letter sa, then what happens? Marana. Means until we die, we need to do this smarana of Rudra Bhagavan or Lord Shiva. Or, any your Ishta Devata. Because we are doing Rudram, I am saying Shiva, Shiva. This is also Shastram explains. That is called Nahi Ninda Nyayam. Not that we are putting our other gods down. Because our truth is only one. Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. Truth is one. But learned people says in so many ways. So many forms are given. So many names are given for our sake. So that way, because we are seeing manyness, that is the only way we can understand. Through manyness only we can understand. If you say one, actually Rudram is done. But do we appreciate or understand? No, we need the elaboration in so many ways. That is what, then only we get that bhavam. So japam, vicharana, ucharana, smarana. This is the process. Then all the papa samharam. Papa means nothing but negativity. That word is given. When we hear papam, papam, we get scared. But when we hear negativity, we don't get scared, but we want to get rid of it. Isn't it true? So that's why it's all negativity. All sinful tendencies, sinful actions will go away. And now, first one I will tell you. Means dukkha nashakudu. Take away the sorrow. The etymology is given. Rut Dukkham Dukkha Heturva Tat Dravayati Naha Prabhu. That is what Rudra means. Rut means whoever take out all the sorrow. Rut, Dukkha means sorrows. Dukkha Hetu, the root of the sorrow. See, usually, for example, outside, they give them, anywhere we go, they will sell, oh, do not feel sorrow, it's okay, everything will be gone. But nobody gives us the root cause. Why we are getting this? But Shiva Bhagavan removes that root, and when the root is gone, the sorrow is also gone. Like, for example, the tree, the root, if you take out the root, the tree will not sprout again. Same way, that is what Rudra, that is the first one, Dukkha Nashakuru. And then, this is contradicting another one. Do not get scared. He is also Dukkha Karakuru, cause for sorrow. He gives the sorrow. This is also essential. The etymology is Rodayati Sarvam Antakale. See, what happens is, when do we cry? When we have the life force in us only, we cry. When the life force that Shiva leaves, we become Shavam. Nobody will touch, we will not even cry. Means Prana Swarupudu. Cause for sorrow, we need him. We need Shiva Bhagavan in us, then it becomes Shivam, auspicious. When Shiva Bhagavan leaves, it becomes Shavam, inauspiciousness. Even Bharya Bibhyati Tasmin Kaye, Shankara Bhagavan, Shankaracharya says in Bhajagovindam, when a beloved wife gets scared to see that body, so even everything gets, kind of agitation, like even Pancha Mahabhutas, earth, water, fire, and then everything, that agitation in that Pralaya Kalam, dissolution time of dissolution. And then everybody cries. But that person, Shiva left. So then that's why people leave. People cry, Dukkha Karakudu. When people leave, that is also Shiva Bhagavan. So that's why he is a Mrityum Jayadu. So Prana Swarupudu. So this is what the second meaning. Third one is Rujam Dravayati Rudraha. Rujam means Rogam, diseases, takes away all the diseases. It is called Bhavarogam. See, this is interesting. Most of them don't even know about this Bhavarogam. Because common people, if you talk about Bhavarogam, what is it? Are you crazy? They will ask. Bhavarogam means only whoever is in spiritual path, at least they hear this word. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. Keep on dying, keep on born, death and birth. That is the cycle. Jatasya hidruvo mrityuhu mritam janma dhruvasya cha. That's what Sri Krishna says. Whoever is born, they have to die. Whoever is died, they have to born again. This is called Bhavarogam. Each one of us has this Bhavarogam. Of course, he will remove any outside physical, mental, intellectual, and spiritual, all of them. That is for sure, Shiva Bhagavan. This is the most dangerous. Bhavarogam is the most dangerous. It did not happen only in this life. This is coming from so many lives. This is Aneka Janmala. So many lives we are hanging on to this Bhavarogam. So remover of this Roganasham. This what Gurus teaches us. But we do not believe, or we do not have faith, or we do not trust Guru, or we do not have trust in Shastras. Remover of Bhavarogam. And then fourth one is Rutya Vagrupaya Vachyam Prapayati iti Rudraha. Vagrupataya means, Vak means speech, means sound. Means whenever we hear any sound, we want to know. Means meaning has to take place. For that, we need knowledge. What Rudra Bhagavan gives, he gives us the knowledge, and then we understand what it means. See, for example, if I never heard that pen, I don't know what is pen means. Somebody had taught me when I was child or somewhere. I learned, picked up that word, that namam, rupam, and then a meaning and a knowledge. Who is giving that? Rudra Bhagavan is making sure we develop that meaning, artham, and knowledge. Then it makes sense. Everything has to make sense. That making sense is becoming given by Rudra Bhagavan. Otherwise, we become senseless. So that is what one meaning. And then Vak means again Vedam. Another meaning is also Veda Swarupudu. Again, Vedas talks about Rudra Bhagavan. Fifth meaning, Rudamte Nadamte Dravati Dravayati Rudraha. Rudamte Nadamte. This is the one meaning for Yoga Margam. Yoga Margam is usually yoga means people relate to physical yoga, doing asanas, stretching our body. But this is also again another path, not for physical level. This is also mental, intellectual level. This talks about Shat Chakras. In Lalita Sahasranamam, we covered elaborately. We have a spinal cord. Most of you might know about it. We have 6 energy centers in us. One is Mooladharam, all the way at the bottom of spinal cord. Another one is behind genital, that is called Swadhishtanam. Another one is at navel, that is Manipuram. And another one is a heart center, Anahata Chakram. One is at Vishuddhi Chakram at throat. And then another one is at between our eyebrows. That is the Ajna Chakram, that is called. Our goal is, according to path of yoga, from Ajna Chakram to we need to Sahasrara Chakram, that is called Brahmarandra Sthanam. From this position to up, there are again subtle energies. They are called, names are given, Ardha Chandra, Rodini, Nada, Nadanta, Manonmani, Vunmani, all this. Means this is the mind place, Ajna Chakram. Means between our eyebrows. We need to cross over mind. Then we connect to this subtle energies. Rudra Bhagavan to this Sahasrara Chakram into our subtle energies. Then what happens? All 72,000 nadis will be melts away, the Chandra Mandala melts away, all 72,000 nadis will flow into our body. We all over, and then we feel that bliss or happiness. That is what Yoga Rupa Ardham. That is what even Shankaracharya says in Saundarya Lahari. Prapancham sinchanti punarapi rasamnaya mahasaha. That prapancham is nothing but our body, whole body filled with that amrutam, means nectar, feels bliss. So this is the 5th meaning. And 6th meaning is Rutya Veda Rupaya Dharmadin Avalokayati Prapayati iti Rudraha. See, I told you today it's going to be technical and most beautiful too, because Sanskritam is most beautiful language. You may not be able to write all this, but it's good to hear also. That's why I'm giving you the meaning also. So what happens is Rudra Bhagavan, what he does, we saw he's the Prana Swarupam. Because of him, we are able to sustain, we are able to live. That's why Shiva. And then he is a cause for the remover of sorrows and cause for giver of sorrows too. We need them too in our life, because I know that both of them. And then he is Veda Swarupadu, and then we saw that Roga Nashakudu, the remover of all the diseases. That's what we are seeing. Now we are seeing him as Dharma Swarupam. Dharma means when we worship Rudra Bhagavan, we follow nothing but dharma. Means everything will be righteous. Adharmam will not even touch us. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha, vruksho rakshati rakshitaha. That dharmam will protect that individual. They don't need to worry about it. That is the promise Bhagavan gave. Like for example, trees will protect themselves. They don't know to do anything. Once we plant a tree, they will protect. Vriksho rakshati rakshitaha. See, that's what dharma swarupa. When we chant this Rudram, everything will be right to us. That dharma will protect us. We walk in dharma path. That's what the sixth meaning. Seventh one is Rutya Pranava Rupaya Swatmanam Prapayati iti Rudraha. Pranava Rupaya means Vonkara Swarupam. When we chant Rudram with Vonkaram, Vom, 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 with that also we can attain Rudra Bhagavan. Means chanting, this is equivalent to chant of Vomkaram. So that's what Rudra Bhagavan does. So many methods are given. And then they are saying the glory of Rudram, Rudra Bhagavan, Rudra, who is he? We hear this word, melts away our hearts, giver of knowledge, everything makes sense. And eighth one, Rudroveti iti satye roruyamane mano dravati pravishati martyan iti Rudraha. Means Satyam in the truth form. Before it is said Dharma Swarupam, now iti Satye roruyamano. Satyam means in the truth. We speak nothing but truth. Speak with that. Satyam means Paramatma Parabrahma. And then he enters as a Satyam, truthfulness. Rudra Bhagavan enters as a Dharma Swarupam. Rudra Bhagavan enters as a Satyam. That is the beauty of this Rudram. And then ninth one, Rutim Shabdam Vedatmanam Brahmane Dadati Kalpadau iti Rudraha. Before creation or before this Kalpam, when the creation happened, before the creation, all the Vedas are given to Brahmaji, the creator. That's why he has Chaturmukha Brahma, we say, or Karya Brahma. That's what Brahmaji, creator got the four faces, representation of four Vedas. How he got those four Vedas? From Rudra Bhagavan. Vedas means nothing but knowledge. Brahmaji is a creator, means he needs knowledge. How to create this world, where to keep everything, and what kind of raw material, how many gods, where it is, all this he needs. He needs it. It's required. That's what Rudra Bhagavan gave this Vedas to the Brahmaji. So this is what the meaning. Rudra means all these meanings are there. That's what we are going to see all this elaborately. And Rudrajayam, what is the greatness? We want to know also, because it is in Vedam. Whatever is in Vedam, it's already superior, supreme knowledge. And then in Vedas also, Yajurvedam is the highest. And in that Yajurvedam, this Rudram is mentioned. Means Yajurvedam is like heart of Veda. And Rudra means heart of that Yajurvedam. Means we are seeing the Bhagavan's Veda's heart. We are entering into the Veda's heart through our heart. See, that's what it is. And then everywhere, so many places it is mentioned. Shruti means Vedas. Smriti means Yajnavalkya Smriti, Manu Smriti. So many places it is mentioned. Itihasam, we have seen Mahabharatam. It is mentioned. Purana, so many Puranas mentioned about Rudram. And this is also gives us liberation. This is Brahma Vidya. Essence of all Upanishads is Rudram. That is why Rudrajayanam is very important. That is why Sarvopanishadam Saro Rudrajayaha. All essence of all the Upanishads is nothing but Rudram. Before I conclude, I want to mention where this Rudram means. We hear Kashi Kshetram, Shiva Bhagavan in earthly field, Kashi Kshetram. That is where Shiva Bhagavan lives. And then we mentioned in between our eyebrows, that is called Kashi Kshetram in us. Even when we sit and meditate, closing our eyes, visualize, we are seeing Shiva Bhagavan. That is called the Kashi Kshetram is nothing but between our eyebrows. And then giver of self-knowledge means gives who am I inquiry, who am I, reveals who am I. Nothing but Satchit Anandam, existence, consciousness, bliss. So that is what Rudram does to all of that. With this introduction, and then we are going to see that two Dhyana shlokas next week, and then we see elaborately all the Anuvakas. Okay, I'm going to conclude here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
Namaskaram. Namaskaram. Thank you.
Namaskaram.